Yeah, when I thought I had bipolar and all that, talk therapy was helping me, but would have helped me a lot more if my therapist said, "Hey, guess what, Cole? Um, what's actually wrong with you is you're being physically and mentally tortured by all these people that work for the government. I thought something was wrong with me, and that's why people were treating me like crap my whole life and everything else. I've been targeted at least like 20 years, and I just thought that everybody was an asshole, and the reason I was getting treated like this, because a lot of them told me, I think you need help, I think you need help, and then they would gaslight me and stuff like that. And I took their advice eventually, and it backfired on me. I got these false diagnoses. I had a copy of my medical records, my summary of my medical records, my medical history, and there's a bunch of lies in it, all falsifications, lies, misinformation, um, biased opinions, things that don't add up. Uh, you know, my avascular necrosis in my hips was 100% a misdiagnosis. The doctors know damn well that I had to get my hips replaced from these directed energy weapons because all these doctors are paid off, all of them. Okay, the times I had to go into the emergency room in a wheelchair because my legs were either broken from my bones being turned to dust, or my hip replacements. I have both of my hips replaced. The times that I had to go to the emergency room and I was in a wheelchair, this has happened about 6 times. My leg, that's the worst. They'll purposely jam it up alongside the door when they're pushing me into the room. They'll hit my leg and jam it up against the side of the door to twist my leg, and they'll go, "Oh, sorry about that." Like, no, that's like abusing the patient on purpose because they're told to. Somebody tells them, "Hey, this is his bad leg. You better do it to his bad leg." It's never the other leg. It's always purposely that leg. That's been going on a long time, man. Like, I I've been physically tortured for so many years since I was a teenager. I would go to the emergency room and they would say things like "there's nothing wrong with you," or I would be told that I have like a dislocated shoulder and stuff like that, and then they wouldn't treat me for it. It would just get better by itself. And there's a big pattern of all these horrible things happening to me. Just horrible tragic event after tragic event. And even my friends who were killed with this suicide programming or in staged accidents like my father was, I don't even know if they were my friends or not, because I literally have been targeted at the minimum of 20 years. I did not know what it was until I figured it out, and the wool was pulled off of my eyes, that everybody in my entire life was fake. Ever since I've discovered this, they are relentlessly breaking my computers. Like the last one, the USB ports didn't work, half the keyboard didn't work, nothing worked on it. They just broke it. After saying they're gonna frame me for something, they said they were gonna put like child porn on my computer and shit like that, insinuating that. They told me they're gonna shoot me. They told me they're gonna put me in prison. They told me all this shit. Like, I'm followed around by these people that do like psyops on me and shit. I'm sorry, I'm getting off subject. This video's mostly, I just want to say that I'm being tortured by doctors even. Like, well, that's not a doctor that pushes you in a wheelchair. That's one of the nurses. Like, even the nurses purposely catching my leg on the door. That's torture and assault. But like, they get away with it because the government tells them to. And yes, the government's doing this. I actually caught the DOD backdoor on my computer, and I didn't realize that these small planes I was seeing over my house, they're drones too. There's been nights I look up in the sky and I see like 20 drones flying low, going over my house. They look like little planes, you know, but they don't make any sound. And then also I see the little surveillance drones flying around, just buzzing around in the air, you know, coming up towards my house. I saw them, like, I don't know, a week ago. So, and yeah, they're cooking the fuck out of my shoulders, I said in the last video, and threatening to have my arms amputated. That's pretty much what they want to do to me.